Get out of here. Let's go. Oh, I got him. Oh, I got him. Welcome to the channel, Guardians. In today's video, we have another Traveler's Chosen sidearm build. This one is going to be focusing on increasing our melee damage. We are going to be getting a 1000% increase in melee damage in PvE, and in PvP, you will be able to one-shot Guardians with the Celestial Fire melee. So Guardians, let's get into it. Now this is going to be a Warlock build. You guys are going to have to be on your Dawn Blade, on your top tree, because we are going to need the Celestial Fire melee. This melee sends out a spiral of 3 explosive solar energy blasts, and those 3 projectiles have tracking. As you can see right there, it tracked towards 2 of the enemies. But if there's just 1 enemy around, it'll just track onto the 1. But it is capable of tracking multiple targets at the same time. Now right here on the Ogre, if we throw the bolt, we are doing 1,348 per bolt for a total damage of 4,044. And 4,044 damage just takes a little tiny chunk of his health bar away. You see that little itty bitty chunk right there? So how do we increase this damage? Well, if you guys go down to your artifact, over here in the last column, if you unlock Solar Plexus, this perk states that it increases damage of all solar melee abilities, gains super energy from performing finishers with a solar subclass equipped. Now you need to equip this to your class item like I do here. It's pretty expensive, it does cost 6 energy, but it's pretty worth it in my opinion. Now that we have Solar Plexus equipped, we're going to throw a melee at this Ogre, and we're going to be doing 2,022 damage per bolt for a total of 6,066 damage, which is a 50% increase. 50% is pretty darn good, but as you can see, it's still just an itty bitty chunk of health. Now, how do we get this even higher? Well, that is where these exotic gauntlets come into play. The Winter's Guile with the exotic perk Warlord Sigil. Eliminating enemies with melee attacks increase your melee damage. So if you take a look here, when we get a melee, it starts the Warlord Sigil for 5 seconds. And if we keep getting melees, it's going to keep stacking up and refreshing the timer another 5 seconds. And it stacks all the way up to 5 stacks. So once we have 5 stacks of Warlord Sigil, how much damage are we doing? Well, if we throw it here, we're going to be doing 15,161 per bolt for a grand total of 45,483 damage. And that is a 1,024.7 increase in damage. And if you look right here, we got a yellow bar. 1 and done. Now, obviously, you won't be able to do that to something like a boss over here, but just the normal yellow bars, like this knight, you will be able to one-bang. And since this is a PvE build, it is not hard at all to keep your 5 stacks going. Now, let's go over the mods that I'm using. On my helmet, I'm running a strength mod, obviously, so we can get our melee back as soon as possible. Enhanced scatter projectile targeting, not really too important. It's just on here because I'm also using an auto rifle. And over here we have enhanced sidearm targeting. This greatly improves target acquisition and accuracy and aim down sight speed for sidearms. And then over here, since I'm going to be using this build in Crucible as well, while you are not charged with light, any kill or assist has a small cumulative chance to cause you to become charged with light. And over here on the Winter's Guile, nothing too crazy, just an auto rifle reloader perk and again a strength mod on my chest piece. Also, again, nothing too crazy. The only thing that really matters here is the strength mod and the swift charge mod. This states that you can become charged with light by rapidly defeating combatants with pulse rifles, sidearms, and submachine gun. And since we are running the Traveler's Chosen, it only takes about 2, maybe 3 adds to become charged with light. Then down here on the boots, once again, we got the strength mod and an high energy fire mod. This is going to give you a 20% increase in damage. Now, this is the mod that I use when I'm in Crucible, but if you guys are in PvE, definitely, instead of high energy fire, use the surprise attack, because this actually gives you a 50% increase in damage, I believe, as opposed to just 20 with high energy fire. But surprise attack, to my knowledge, does not proc in the Crucible. Then over here on the bond, we have taking charge, become charged with light by picking up orbs of light. And then of course we have the solar plexus, one of the key components in this build. So as you guys can see, we actually have charge harvester and taking charge. So we have 2 ways to become charged with light in the Crucible or in PvE, along with high energy fire for increased damage with our sidearm, or like I said, use surprise attack. And do not forget the key component, Winner's Guile, to get that increased melee damage. Now, I took these into a private match to see if you could one-hit kill in the Crucible with this, and you cannot get a one-hit kill just with solar plexus. But as you can see in the footage, if you guys get 1 stack of the Warlord Sigil perk, that means you just gotta melee somebody once, reload your Traveler's Chosen, get your melee energy back, and the next melee will one-hit kill a Guardian in Crucible. Now, this is not going to happen all the time. It's kind of a niche thing, but you can pull it off, and it is really, really funny when you get those one-hit kills out there in the Crucible. So that is going to do it for the one-hit kill melee build on the Warlock. I'm going to run some Crucible footage so you guys can see this in action. If you guys have any more builds that you might want me to try out, leave them down below in the comments. If you found this video helpful, don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. If you guys want to hang out more, be sure to follow me on twitch.tv/paidtobefamous. And with all that being said, Keanu Reeves, roll that footage.
Then check this out.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours. Gain the lead.
Oh, no. That guy is very laggy. Oh, yes.
Zone C captured. Power play. Keep the pressure on. Zone B lost.
Oh, I got him. Oh, I got him.
What can stop you if you
Oh,
fight together?
okay.
Nothing.
Very nice. Aw, I was in it.
Zone A captured. 5 minutes. Could go your way. That shut them down. What can stop you? minute left. This is amazing.